We're back on the hunt for steelbooks in 2 brand new CEX stores, and unfortunately recently I have had very bad luck steelbook hunting in CEX, but as we stumble across a steelbook I've been looking for a very long while, the question is, will my luck change steelbook hunting in CEX? Again folks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Steelbook Hunting in CEX, the series in which every episode we hit up 2 CEX stores on the hunt for bargain steelbooks. And I have to admit, so far 2025 has not been kind on my hunt for steelbooks in CEX. I have had barely any luck hunting for steelbooks, and hopefully this time our luck changes. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit that like button and please subscribe, as I put new videos out every Saturday night at 5, as well as bonus content throughout the week like this one, and I really want you folks along for the ride. If you ever miss an episode of Steelbook Hunting in CEX, fear not, I'll link them all down below in a playlist. Our first stop this time, Steelbook Hunting in CEX, is Morley, and this is definitely a small CEX store, but remember, we don't judge a CEX store by its size, we judge it by its content. So let's hope this CEX store this time is hiding a lot of steelbooks, but straight away, judging from the window, it looks like they have some decent stock. So even though, like I said, this is a smaller CEX store, let's hope we can find some steelbooks hiding here on the shelves in Morley. We're starting off in the PlayStation 5 section, a section which over the past few years is becoming more and more common to contain steelbooks, and as if by magic, we find the Street Fighter Steelbook. Now this is a fairly common steelbook, one I'm still yet to pick up, but I've been waiting to pick this one up as part of the bigger collector's edition, so I did pass this time on this beautiful steelbook. Moving on from the PlayStation 5 to the PlayStation 4, and one of the largest sections in the CEX store here in Morley. So I'm hoping to find some steelbooks here, but this is something which will always throw me off the scent: slipcases. Now, sometimes the slipcases do contain a steelbook, sometimes they don't, and sometimes the steelbook should have a slipcase, like the case here with Hitman. Now, I'm not too picky when it comes to slipcases. If the steelbook comes with them, it's a bit of a bonus. Now, of course, I am looking for them to be complete, which is why I did pass on Hitman this time, because it's a fairly common steelbook, so I think I'll hold out to find it with a slipcase. But let me know in the comments down below, what is your opinion on steelbooks which are meant to come with slipcases? Yes, I know this copy of The Witcher 3 is just a slipcase, but if you are picking up the steelbook version of a game, will you hold out to find it with the slipcase, such as this Yakuza Like a Dragon? A steelbook I do already have in my collection, but oh my, it is a beautiful, beautiful steelbook. Moving on to the Xbox Series X section, it doesn't take us long to be once again struck by the curse of the slipcase with this Tekken game right here. A very thick slipcase on this one, and sadly not hiding a steelbook, but this was called the Resident Evil 4 lenticular sleeve. Now, I am a real sucker for lenticular sleeve, but when it comes to Resident Evil 4, I'm holding out for the steelbook version of that game, which is one I've been trying to find for so long, but so far no luck. But hopefully my luck changes in the future. Again, caught by the curse of slipcase, this one, F1 2019. So many games come with slipcases, and yes, I'm a big fan of cardboard, but this is what we are looking for: Hitman with the slipcase and the steelbook. I did pass on this one this time because I thought this was the Hitman game I already had in my collection, but it was the other season I already had, so I was kind of kicking myself leaving this one behind. Next up is the Xbox 360 section, even though the signage here at Morley does beg to differ. Now, when I first started hunting for steelbooks in CEX a couple of years ago, it was fairly common to find steelbooks in the Xbox 360 section, but oh boy, these are getting rarer and rarer. I'm very glad that I grabbed the majority Xbox 360 steelbooks I needed years ago. No luck in the Xbox 360 section, and unfortunately no luck steelbook hunting here in Morley, but one down, one to go. Our second CEX store this time is St Edmunds, and the eagle-eyed among you may recognise we have been to this store before, Steelbook Hunting in CEX, but it's such a good CEX store, and I was in the area and I just couldn't resist trying to find some steelbooks this time. And starting off in the PlayStation 5 section, there's nothing so far. But like I said at the start of this episode, I've been on a bad spree recently. I've had no luck hunting for steelbooks in CEX, but hopefully our luck will change here in St Edmunds. So no luck so far in the PlayStation 5 section, but moving on to the PlayStation 4 section, there was a very clean copy of the Bioshock trilogy, which is getting harder and harder to find, but not the steelbooks we're looking for. Now, I would say over the course of this series, we have learned that statistically the most common place to find steelbooks in CEX will be the PlayStation 4 section. That's because, more often than not, this is the largest section in the majority of CEX stores I visit, thus more games, more likelihood of steelbooks. But so far, here in Bury St Edmunds, it isn't looking good. I'm really hoping we have a change of luck, but no luck again here in the PS4 section. Let's move on from the PlayStation to the Xbox and the Xbox 360 section. And I would say, as I visit CX stores all around the country, I'm seeing a trend that the Xbox 360 sections are definitely shrinking. And once again, less games means less steelbooks. And unfortunately this time, nothing in the Xbox 360 section. From the Xbox 360 to the Xbox Series X, and I don't think I've ever found a steelbook in the Xbox Series X section of any CX store, but of course that ain't gonna stop me looking. That's because, of course, if you didn't know by now, CX more often than not charge the same price for the steelbook version of a game as they do the standard version of a game. And even though it's getting harder and harder to find steelbooks in CX, I'm gonna keep looking, because paying the standard price for the steelbook version of a game makes it an absolute bargain. Much like the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3 used to be a fairly common place to find steelbooks a couple of years ago, but it's getting harder and harder to find PlayStation 3 steelbooks. But of course, you do still find some strange things hiding in the PlayStation 3 section, such as this Need for Speed Shift Special Edition. Now, this isn't a steelbook per se, but it's actually a tire book, a rubber book. I have no idea, but it's super cool and I'm definitely picking it up. Unfortunately, no other steelbooks hiding here in the PlayStation 3 section, but it was super cool to find something which I've never seen before, and maybe a bit of a rarity, a really cool find here at Bury St Edmunds. But remember, when you are steelbook hunting in CEX stores, some CEX stores do not put their steelbooks out on the shelves, they put them behind the counter. And it's always worth asking if they have any other steelbooks, even though I did pass on a lot of these today, including that Forza Horizon for the Xbox 360, simply because it just wasn't in very good condition, which is a real shame, as like I said, 360 steelbooks are getting harder and harder to find. But I did see one hiding here on the shelf. It was the Gears of War Judgment steelbook, which I already had, so I did pass this time. We haven't had much luck this time steelbook hunting, but the thing is with luck, it can always change. And in my local CX store here in the fine city of Norwich, we found a steelbook I've been looking for a very long while. The Resident Evil 4 Remake steelbook for the Xbox One, but that's not all. In the Xbox 360 section, we found a cheap banger. GTA 5 for the 360 for just £3. Let's take it back to the games room for the pickups. Here we are then back in the games room, and unfortunately it does seem like our bad luck is continuing, as in Morley we didn't manage to find any steelbooks for the collection. Yes, there was some steelbooks there, but none I personally needed. But thankfully in Bury St Edmunds we had a little bit more luck with our first pickup, this copy of Need for Speed Shift, the Special Edition. Now, this isn't actually a steelbook per se. Inside the slipcase is... Now, at first, I thought this was another kind of case, but it is another slipcase with this kind of weird tyre design on it. It is made of rubber, but it is in fact another slipcase. And inside is just a standard version of the game. Now, this is super cool. I've never seen this before. And for £1.50 for this real oddity, I knew I had to pick it up. But that's not all. Like I've said throughout this series, it's always worth asking at the counter and checking behind if they have any other steelbooks, as I picked up another cheap banger for just £3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided for the PlayStation 4. And this is in absolutely immaculate condition. A lot of these steelbooks were traded in by a member of staff in Bury St Edmunds, and this is a really nice steelbook. I'm a massive fan of the Deus Ex franchise, and yeah, this is a really nice one, especially for just £3. Finally this time, we visited my local CX store here in the fine city of Norwich, and I thought my luck had changed. On the shelf was a steelbook I had been looking for so long. The Resident Evil 4 Remake steelbook. I couldn't believe it, to find it in my local CX store of all place. It's at a fantastic price. This is a steelbook which has slowly dropped in price over the past few months and is an absolute bargain now, under 20 quid. But then, once again, my luck ran out. Disaster strikes. I take it up to the counter. It is nowhere to be found. So still, I'm on the hunt for the Resident Evil 4 remake steelbook, and trust me, one day it will be in the collection. But all is not lost. At Norwich CX, I did pick up this copy of GTA 5 with the steelbook for just £3, which is an absolute bargain. But not only that, inside this slipcase, which is a really good condition by the way, we do have the blueprint map, which is really cool, and of course the steelbook, which is in absolutely fantastic condition. But I'm still gutted about that Resident Evil steelbook, but hopefully by the next episode my luck will change. There we have it then, folks. That was another episode of Steelbook Hunting in CX. Unfortunately, this time we only have 2 steelbooks to add to the collection, but we did manage to find this super cool special edition which I've never seen before. And this is what I love about not only steelbook hunting, but game collecting in general. You never know what you're going to find, and you never know when your luck is going to change. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button and join me next time to find out if we strike out or strike steel, steelbook hunting in CX. See you all soon!